We're off.
Yay.
Greetings, beautiful beings. Hope you're drinking water, taking care of yourself. My name is Fatima Mann, the co-birther and steward of loving healing work, and I am here with the amazing creative genius, Jeremy Teel, for our Rooted in Us podcast. Before we begin, I always like to invite you all to come into this space with love and kindness for yourself, taking some deep breaths, centering your wellness, your truth, you, with gratitude with each breath, knowing that you are not alone and we are all breathing the same air on the same planet. And just coming into your body with each inhale and exhale. Inhaling from top of your head down to the soles of your feet, just being present with all that you are. And know that you can always come back to your breath and to your body and to gratitude at any time. I always like to just start with inviting you into yourself before we begin to talk about whatever it is we're going to talk about. So I invite you to sit back, stand up, drive, whatever you're doing. And this week we are going to dive into relationships. But before we do, how are you doing today, Jeremy?
I am doing just fine. Just fine. I'm a little hungry, but I've been hungry before. I'll be all right. I'm doing just great. How are you today?
I'm the opposite of hungry. I just ate
Yeah.
because I needed to eat. So I'm satiated, which feels good. It feels good to be full. And I have a cucumber with my name on it after this. So, I feel really lovely about that.
Love it. And for those listening, watching, she means an actual cucumber. Um, no innuendo there. Like an actual cucumber. She's a cucumber connoisseur.
Yeah, thank you for that. Because like, they call other things cucumbers, but I guess you could. But yeah, I'm talking about the green things that have seeds in them and come from the earth that I get from farmers markets and farmers because they're awesome.
Yep.
Um, and yeah. So if I tell you I love you like a cucumber, that means I love you deeply. Like it's a bond that we have because I thoroughly love cucumbers.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's true.
Mhm. All right, so well, happy August.
Yep.
This month has been a very interesting month. I think for I don't know for you, but for me, with all the planets and the Mercury retrogrades and this planet doing its thing, relationships have been coming up a lot lately, and how I relate to people, how people relate to me, what relating looks like, and the different types of relationships and how you even define them. And wanting to talk about that today, like what does it mean to be in relationship with one another? What does being in a relationship with one another mean? And honoring all these labels, there's just so many, and I'm not a label person. So just thinking about what is relationships if you don't subscribe to labels, but you do subscribe to being in space and sharing energy with other human beings. So what do you think about when you hear relationship, Jeremy? Like, what does relationship say to you?
When I think of relationship, I just think of like the word itself, like being in relation to another thing, being, I don't know, objects. Like you can be in relation to stuff. Most of the time, though, it's in the context of a person. And yeah, I just think of like, how do I know them? What are we doing together? Why am I doing it with them? Like, what's the point? What's the purpose? That's what I think of when I think relationship. What do you think of?
How I fuck with you?
I feel like that is just the definition of how I fuck with you. It's all I said is just the definition of that. That's funny as shit.
like, like that is the what came up to me is like when I think about relationships, it's how I'm engaging with you. Like, what did we say that we were going to do together, and when we're together, when we're not together, and not even just say, but like how we've aligned in how we talk and treat each other when we're together. And so it's really like how I fuck with you, like, or if I'm not cussing, it's how I flow with you. What does that flow look like? Um, and knowing it's different depending on what I have consented to with who, because every relationship isn't the same. I don't engage with people in the same way. And so it's like, really, what does the engagement with you look like? To me, is when I think about relationship. That's what I think about.
I love that. Well, often it comes up because I mean, yeah, often it comes up when people use the word relationship, they're thinking of like a romantic partnership of some sort, and I try to think past that. It just feels like a, I don't know, it just feels like you're misusing the word to me, or you're not giving it enough. You're just not giving it enough information. So it's just like you could say it's your person, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, your partner, the person, the people you're dating, like that's fine. But those are all different kinds of relationships. So to give it more definition, it's like not enough definition to say, oh, I'm in a relationship. Most of us are, like pretty much everybody are. We're all in one. So what? Which one? Like, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the one with your mom? Are you talking about the one with your coworkers? Are you talking about the one with the person you're having sex with? Like, which one are you talking about? Because I will then give different conversation based on that. Because there's a certain, well, I guess not. I guess there's a certain level of respect that you give to certain kinds of relationships. Like you don't speak about people's moms, right? Like you just don't. You don't talk about people's kids. You just don't. If somebody bring up a man that they're dating, you can talk about that. Absolutely, you can talk about that. That is girlfriend conversation right there. Um, but like I don't know, like people's relationship to the person to their religion. You don't want to bring that up all the time. Like yeah, unless unless of course they ask. So yeah, like that will all depend. So you got to get more specific. And you know I love specificity. I cannot believe I got that word out right because it never comes out right. I'm not gonna be able to do it again. So I'm gonna have to just rinse and repeat it. I'm not gonna be able to say it again. Oh, you're over there. I was like, what's happening? Are you
You did
taking
good.
notes?
You did great.
Oh
No,
wait.
I am working on the different banners. Boom,
Oh, that's right. You're bannering.
banners.
How fancy.
I be trying. I be trying. Uh, but I think what's interesting to me when we talk about when people talk to me about relationships, or even people that I've been in different kinds of relationships with, they'll say, "We were in a relationship." I mean, duh, but what kind? Like,
Yeah.
and not what kind, like you were my lover or whatever. No, like what kind? Like, am I your emergency contact kind of relationship? Am I the
Yeah.
person that you have, like, you call to get insight, or you want, some consulting with? Am I a listener? Like, where is the line in our relationship? Like, am I expected to come to weddings or special events, or am I just like you think about me sometimes and I call you, relate? Like, how am I engaging with you just because I'm in a relationship with you? Like, I have so many relationships with so many people, and they all look different.
Yeah.
And it's usually based off of, so what do you need? What do I need? Who are we? And can we do those things together? Like, can we be who we need to ourselves and to each other together?
Yeah. Generally, the answer is not generally. I will say that when I try and get that specific, I am often called difficult, and uh, they let me know that I am doing the most because I know what they mean. It's like, well, I think I do know what you mean, but in order for me to give you, in order to respect the what we do in our relationship, me telling you the truth and being specific and giving you feedback that is going to be helpful, you've got to give me information to feed that feedback, or feed my conversation. Because otherwise, I will just be talking about just the ether. It's just like I'll be talking in generics, and you're not generic. You're my friend. Like, we're not. You've got to get specific. So it is. This advice is for you because that is our relationship. But my relationship, let's just say I don't know, the general public when I'm doing an event around one center topic. That's generic. I don't know these people. So it's big broad strokes of what I think people could do. So for you, my friend, you got to give me something so I can help you, or at least give you something so I can tell you what I think. Otherwise, I'm just talking about anybody. Fuck is that? Please don't do that to me. Don't, because that ain't got to do with me. I told you very specifically what happened, and I need you to talk on that. Thank you. What is this? Oh, that's okay. Um, but yeah, no, I could see that, and I'm also trying to figure, not trying to figure out. I try and, I guess there's a challenge there too, because not just getting people to be more specific about how they define relationship or the word relationship, but to your original like kind of idea when you came up with this, it's like, and what does partnership look like in that case? Like, because a partnership is a type of relationship, and what are you partnering in? Like, what does our partnership look like? Right now, we are podcast partners, right? But we're also friends, so we have a relationship that is friendly and honest beyond what we produce for the world. So like we have a partnership outside of this partnership. So yes, you can have several layers of relationship that might include partnership. Thought,
So yes, but it's the different types of relationships that you have, like the partnerships. But then my thing with humans is they all look at me like I'm nuts when I want to define it too. Like, I'm always doing the most, or why can't you just live? And I'm like, I am living, but I don't know, what living with you looks like, right? Because if I'm in relationship with you, if I'm engaging with you, then I may not be able to say some of the things that I say with other people. I may look different. Like I could like cuss like a sailor to somebody. And if I'm in a relationship to somebody else who it finds that offensive, then I'm not gonna cuss like a sailor to them. So it's, to me also, it's like defining, yeah, we have a partnership, but what does that look like for real? Because it looks different depending on. And when people talk generally, I'd be confused because I'm like, does that mean me? Are you talking about me? Like is it should I think that you are, referring to me when you say that this is how you move with people? Because I'm technically a person. Like, like, what
yeah,
does it mean for me? Because that's really what it like. It's like I can only define how I want to be treated and how I want to move through the world. But that does not mean that that's how you want to be treated and how you want to be like me to move with you in the world. And when I think about different types of relationships, it's like my partnerships, I get to be more brutally honest, I think. And there's a like I'm expected to show up and like give me what you got, and it needs to be the realest version. And I feel like other relationships that are not so much partnerships, they're like they're surfacey, they're
mm-hmm.
surfacey. I think I'm in more partnerships than I think I'm not, because I rely on my friends in ways that people only rely on their like significant loving partners. I'm like, I'm trying to call a friend to think some shit through. I don't care if I do have a partner.
Yeah, that's real. I mean, I call my friends about anything. I mean, no shade to Lionel. He's the best husband in the whole wide world, but he don't halfway know what's going on in my world anyway. Like he's just happy that I'm happy, but he's not asking any clarifying questions until it goes wrong, right? And it doesn't go wrong often, so he doesn't have a lot to worry about. Bless his heart, because I get all this shit out with y'all. All of the stuff that is contextual to how I live my life is in those partnerships. You know, work, school, art, boys, whatever. And we let him rest. We let him chill and worry about just being loving and helping to provide a safe space for me to live and eat and all that good stuff. Um, so no, I see what you're saying there. Do you, not do you, I will tell you what I have. My fear, that's what it is. My fear, why I'm asking for such specific information and trying to figure out how I relate to you and understand your definition of how you relate to me is because I don't want there to be something later on where you're just like, well, who said that? You did. That's why I asked you. And well, why did you say it? Because I don't want to be misinterpreted. I don't want you to call me, you know, I don't know, 6 months from now and ask me for money when they ain't never been our thing. I We don't do that. So where did money come from? Or whatever. I think you froze too, friend. I can't see you, so you might have to refresh. Can I hear you? Hold please. Technical difficulties, everybody. Technical difficulties. Well, I guess since I'm here by myself, hi, my name is Jeremy. I'm an Aries. I don't know what my moon or my sun is. I don't know what my rising is. I don't know any of that. But I'm just really dope, and like people like me or whatever. I don't know what else to say. Well, I do know what else to say. I will continue to elaborate on my point until she gets back. Yeah, I guess it's a safeguard. I use it as a safeguard to make sure that people or folks that I'm dealing with are in partnership and relationship with can really define it for later when we have some sort of conflict or we need to get back to the center of the thing that makes us friends. I don't want to have anything misinterpreted. And I also don't want to be so lost that I can't get back to the center. That feels that's scary to me. To me, that's scary. And I can only imagine how so many other people feel when they didn't do that work at the beginning. They didn't go ahead and define what their relationship was, or at least start to define it. You don't have to have the answer for everything until the end of forever, but a starter would be really nice. It's like, okay, well, what are we? Are we going to be bar friends? Are we going to be like go to the movies friends? Are we going to be you can come to my house and watch TV friends? Are we going to date? Am I dating other people while I'm dating you? I'm trying to go through all the different kinds of relationships at work. Do I work as a contractor for you and only talk to you during our meetings? Do we have lunch twice a week and discuss things outside of work? Am I completely private and I don't talk to you at all? I just send you reports and that's our relationship. I have to define that, and it sounds nitpicky and dramatic, but to me it just makes sense. Yeah, and to a lot of people it makes sense. It's actually beneficial for every single person. Let me see if I'm getting any kind of. Hold on, just coming back. Feedback. She has the spinning ball of death. We've all had that before. That can be very, very annoying. Let's see. Another part of this, while we're waiting for our fantastic co-hostess to come back, it really just came down to like, what do you want in relationships? Like, who is teaching you how to define what you want, or at least be able to articulate? And I think that comes with practice. Like, I really do believe it comes with having friends, homies, coworkers, whatever, do it and show you how it's done, right? Like it's like, oh, I didn't know I could articulate that at this stage in our friendship. Yeah, you absolutely can. You can do it at the very top. You just let it be known this is how I communicate best. This is kind of where I see us being buddies. Am I off in thinking that? Do you agree? Would you disagree? Do you think it's more? Do you think it's less? I definitely learned from some really fantastic, highly educated Black women how to communicate like this. And at first, it does feel kind of cold and emotionless. But once you get past putting the structure in there, then you start filling it in with emotions, actions, deliverables. Like, and you do the check-in back and forth to make sure you're both still center to what you've agreed to. And those are the longest lasting friendships, relationships, partnerships, homieships that I've ever had. I am blessed to say that I have several 15 plus year friendships because once we figured out how to define what we are and what we want from each other and how we want to help one another, we grew. And when we have conflict, we can go back to that center and say, okay, but that is not our thing. She's back. Welcome back. You missed everything that I said. I've been solo co-hosting. I just kept it going.
Thank you. Technology. I got the
She's a
spinning wheel
girl.
of death. Now, I missed what you said.
Yeah, what was the last you heard I said?
You were asking a question.
There it was. My question was, is it the case for you that you often want the structure, or yeah, the structure or the understanding of what your relationship, your partnership, your homieship is, because you don't want there to be any miscommunication on the back end, right? So like, I use the example of money, right? Like if you meet a person out in the streets and y'all become buddies, and you have a conversation about how y'all are going to be friends, like let's be lunch buddies, let's be bar buddies, let's whatever. But 7 months down the line, they ask you to help pay their mortgage. It's like, we are not that kind of friends. I love you, but that is not our relationship, right? Unless it has been put in there, right? Like it might have been thrown in there. So it's like, I see you as a financial supporter. I see you as a sponsor of mine. I see you as this. Is that true or is that untrue? And I guess my question, like, I do it out of fear, honestly. I'm trying to find stuff out of fear. I don't want any issues because I can be an asshole when I feel blindsided by something, I will go full flight. And most of the time that means cutting you off completely and I'll never talk to you again because I'm embarrassed that I didn't do what I said I was going to do. Well, what I do normally, so trying to be nice. And B, I feel kind of, I don't know, like I don't want you to do that to me again. So no, leave me alone.
So
Fatima has a active household, and that active household sometimes doesn't always lend to podcasting. But don't we all? Just talk through it so we can hear you. Oh, you're trying to unmute yourself. Today's rooted in us.
you
Uh,
can hear me?
yes, I can hear you now. Brought to you by technical difficulties. My God. Oh, wait, now I can't hear you because you're muted again. Wait, did you press unmute? Okay, don't press it again. Don't press it no more.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you. Just don't press nothing. Just don't touch nothing.
You hear me?
Yes.
Yes, you hear me. Don't worry, no más. Okay, so yeah, I want to define it for all those reasons you said. And because how do I put this except like this? I don't want people to get me fucked up, but I don't want to get nobody fucked up either. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be clear what this is, what you can expect from me, because we talked about it, and what I can expect from you because we talked about it. Like I usually only expect, not even usually, most times, I only expect what people tell me to expect from them. Like I'm not expecting no made up shit. I'm expecting what we had a conversation about, right? And that to me is because I can now say, well, you remember when you said, and then you said if this happened, then we were gonna do this. This happened, this didn't happen, and now I don't know if I really want to keep rocking with you because you can't even keep your word to yourself. So to me, it helps. It helps me not um jump off the deep end because I can sometimes. Like people really don't know how hard it is for me to like stay grounded and not really cuss people out and tell them about themselves. Because I ask questions so I am clear on what you are expecting from me or want from me or think that you should have from me and vice versa. Because I don't I don't like hurting people's feelings and I don't like getting my feelings hurt. So the best way for me not to get my feelings hurt is to know what's up and not ask for anything more than that, right? Like if you tell me that you're only gonna give me this much, then I'm gonna expect this much. And if you give me more than that, then great. But I'm not gonna like you already told me to that you're gonna give me this much. If I told you I'm gonna give you this much, then you know that I'm gonna give you this much. And if I give you more than that, be grateful, but don't think that you're gonna supposed to get more than that. And that's why
Fast.
I try to define things because I need to know what's up. Like, because I don't let my feelings hurt. This really about my feelings. Like other people's feelings are cool, but it's about my feelings. Like I don't want to think that you're gonna be there cheering for me, or that you're gonna be like there when I'm sick, and you're like, nah, friend, I'm not that kind of friend. I'm not.
It's
You know?
not, and that so yeah, it can very much still be rooted in said it that it could be rooted in a fear, but isn't that just the natural part of being in relation to people? Like I find often a lot that not often a lot, Jeremy. That's the same thing. Like, what do you? Why did I need to double down on that one? I don't know. I find often when I talk to people about any kind of partnership relationship, the first thing I go to is what if it doesn't work? And that can be for pretty much anything. Like, if I want to go after this job, I need to know this person. What if they don't like me? What if they do? Like, it's very, I mean, you're asking the what ifs in the worst. You could ask the what ifs in the best. And I know the reason you're asking that what if is really because you are fearful that you might not live up to the thing you're convinced you want. And that's okay, right? But that's why you define it first. It's like, I know I can do this. This is what I want from it. This is what I want from you. I think we can do this together. That's really all we're saying in all of these words, right? And how you do it is up to you. What template you use, what method, how you could text it, you could write it down, you could verbal it, whatever. But that's really what we're trying to say. It's like, define your relationships, define your partnerships, get clear with what they are, from who they are with, and get clear who they're with, what they are. That way you have something to fall back on when something does go a little left. And it's like, now that ain't where we said we was gonna be. I'm happy when we go above and beyond for each other ever so often, but I don't really see me as extending my kindness and you do nothingness forever. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because above and beyond, I really believe is like the weirdest, like capitalist work term. Because in my mind, if I like you, I'm not going above really anything. I'm just giving you what I feel like. I'm giving you the support that I feel like you need. And sometimes that does look like more than what I usually give. But really, I'm just holding you up, babes. I'm just holding you up because sometimes you need a person to hold you up. So I don't think of myself as going above anything. I'm right where I was always at as your friend or your support. And then when you don't need me, no, you don't need that support no more. I back the fuck off, and we're back to where we were. Was that a word?
Yeah,
Am I a pastor? I don't know.
that was a gem because like I do like I don't think about what is above and beyond, right? Like if I look at my relationships with people, I have really awesome and amazing people in my life that I'm in relationship with. And someone could be like, "Oh, you go above and beyond," but it's like, in what way? Because if you have access to something I don't, and you give me access to that because we're in a relationship, are you going above and beyond? Or are you just saying, like, I have access to something that you don't, and we're choosing this relationship. So here, and because of how we choose to engage with each other, I'm gonna let you, use my car or stay here or whatever. But it may not be everybody else may not get that same treatment, but it's because you're not in the same relationship. Like it's not that
Yeah,
you're not me, like and I'm not you. Like and I think that too is, when it's like, oh, you're doing so much. I'm like, but I'm not. It's just the energy exchange looks different, but it's the same amount of energy. Like it just looks different because most of the people that I know, and myself included, we're big people. So like we do things big. Like, oh, you gotta go all the way over here. Yeah, I'm gonna go all the way over here. And that person is probably gonna come all the way over here too. Like not only, it's a reciprocal thing because that's how we define our relationships. And I think that people are just like out here wanting these things, but they don't put the energy into having these kind of conversations or even knowing for themselves what it is that they want someone to treat them like. And that I think that's the work too. Is like, how do I want to be treated? And that takes knowing how you want to be treated, like how you treat yourself. I treat myself really well, so I want other people to treat me really well. I don't want people to treat me like I don't in ways I don't treat myself. That don't make no sense to me.
yeah, yeah. Is there? Okay, I'm gonna ask permission. I'm not gonna put all our business out there, but can we talk a little bit about how we checked in yesterday about around that kind of same topic?
Mhm.
about the, like how we should talk to each other, what I can say to you, what you can't say to me, like things like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so to Fatima's point, we're both in a transition space as as professionals, as people, just like we're just in transition in a lot of ways, and not good or bad, just is. And one of the things that came up yesterday was that she has had certain behaviors that I feel like I've always noticed and had advice, but I just withheld it because I didn't think that that was our kind of friendship. I didn't think I could just give unsolicited, straight up life advice to her. And yesterday when she brought it up, she's like, "Friend, I want to do this, that, and the third." And I was like, "Damn it, I'm so happy you said something because I've been holding it." And turns out this whole time she thought that was the kind of friendship we had. We just never talked about it. This whole time I could have said something. I just didn't know I had that kind of permission. And that's what we're talking about. Like you just have sometimes you do have to check in and be like, "No, bitch," like that is us. Like so it flows the opposite. Like it doesn't flow that no, you can't treat me this way. It flows in the other way too. Yes, bitch, you can treat me like that. You can say that because that's the kind of friends we are, or that's the kind of partnership we have. But it does take that. That's like that work thing that people are always talking about. That's it. The, when you find the opportunity to grow, when you find the opportunity to get more specific and get definition, get it. That way you can actually grow with people and as partners and all that good stuff. So even I, Jeremy Teel, the creative genius, now author, I learn every day.
Dude, when you like when you said, I was like, I like, what else are you here for? Like
Yeah,
I want in my relationships with people, especially as long as I've known you, I want people to tell me the things that I can't see. Like that's your one of your requisites of being here. Like it's
you really are
like
back
you
in that
see.
lawyer bag, aren't you? Requisite.
Yes, I got my law books yesterday. I'm feeling lawyerly. Um, I just am like, yeah, I need the wisdom of those around me, and that's relationships to me is that we're providing each other the wisdoms that we see as witnesses to each other's lives. If I am if I'm saying that I am in a relationship with you and as a friend or a partner or someone who I really love like cucumbers, then there's this knowing or encouragement for you to tell me what you're witnessing. Like, hey, I'm witnessing this and you may not see it because you're in the shit. So, hey friend. And they're like, oh yeah, thanks. Right. Like being like honesty to a fault is a part of what I want in my relationships and having people be honest with me and know that I'm not going nowhere because you told me the truth. I may feel some type of way, duh. But like I'll get over it because duh. Like but like
Yeah, real. Like, is it gonna hurt my feelings? Maybe because I have them, but are my feelings hurt, or are they just like did you just kind of poke them? Like, people having their feelings hurt is I can't tell you how often in the day my feelings get hurt. And by I'm using my feelings get hurt, but really what it means is I've been challenged or rocked or somebody has said something that has just thrown me the fuck off. My feelings aren't fucking hurt. Like I'm gonna be all right. But friends, that came out of nowhere. Damn. Actually, I looked this up last week. I got an email from a person that made my body cold. Like my body just immediately went cold. I was nervous and anxious and scared and mad all at the same time. And I asked the internet, what does this mean? Am I dying? Is this a stroke? Like what's happening? And it's like, no, you're not having an anxiety attack either. Essentially, something just hit you real hard and you've been emotionally rocked. You need to breathe, essentially. And I was like, okay. I learned more breathing exercises. But yeah, my feelings weren't hurt. They were just poked. And that happens. Now, that was an extreme example, but yeah, calm down first and then go have the conversation because that's the only way to the end. You got to talk about it. Where are you at? I was like, Lord, did you freeze again? I was going to be so thrown off by that. That was about to
no,
poke my
it
feelings.
is so it is something like getting your feelings poked at. Like I am learning that I cry when I talk about my feelings because I don't really talk about them. It's not that I don't notice them, but that I don't. have them, it's not that I will accept them, but like to say when I start telling other people how I feel, I cry sometimes, especially if it's like big or if there's a shame or a guilt around that emotion, I'm probably gonna cry. And
Yeah.
feeling like, oh, my feelings aren't hurt. It's just I'm tap dancing on some shit that I need to work through. And that to me is what being a relationship is that we help each other get better or we reflect to each other what that thing is that we need to work on. And sometimes it's like it makes you uncomfortable as fuck. Like it's like, oh my goodness, I'm sweating. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like your body is like goes into this regulation. And it's because you're uncomfortable, but it's because there's a change happening or a change needs to happen. And I don't always like those moments. I'm not even going to pretend like I want you to sign me up for the emotional moments, like the crying and the all the stuff. I no, I let it happen. I don't fight it, and also no, it's not my let's take that ride first. I'm probably trying to never get on that ride. If it was a ride at the amusement park, I'd be like, all the other rides, please. Let's go to teacups, but not that one. And honoring that
Definitely
is a
not
part
right.
of it's a part of relationship, right? Like knowing that when we are engaging with other humans, we get to engage deeper with ourselves and we get to choose how we go about it. And that's I think why I like having conversations about how I'm going to relate with people because some people you can bare your soul to and some people you just can't. It's like I ain't telling you shit. Like I may tell you what I ate today. Maybe.
Listen, and I've had so many people tell me that I can be what is the word? Secretive. Like you can be so secretive about what you do. It's like, no, I just don't like you. I'm not being secretive. I just don't like you. I don't trust you. I don't know you. I've seen how you handle other people, and I can't have you handling me like that because I know how I get. I know how I get when people handle me wrong. And but I need this partnership. Like whatever, it's generally a work thing, right? It's like I need this partnership because this is how I pay my monthly bills. So to mitigate all the foolery, I just don't tell you shit. I'm not being secretive. And I guess you know what? We haven't talked about the unspoken understanding because that's an unspoken understanding. Sometimes I don't feel like I need to define shit for you. I don't need to define it, and I'm not gonna define it. And I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on that one because that's a protective moment. Because when I start to define it, then you're gonna have to feel a certain way, and you're not gonna want to have this friendship or partnership. Like no, you don't want that, but that is what it is. Sorry, I'm gonna have to hold this one tight. I'm gonna have to hold this one close to my chest. And if some shit gets sideways, well, we just have to handle that when we get to it. But bitch, I don't like you, so we not talking about it. Because if we start talking about it, you're not gonna like me either. That's terrible. I've never thought about it that way. Like an unspoken definition, like kind of partnership, friendship, and it's generally a work thing. Like we just know, like when you're at work, you're at work. You're like, people don't fuck with you. They don't like you. You work for them.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
come on.
it depends. I actually when I last time I actually had a real job, I worked like at Apple and I really enjoyed and loved all of my coworkers. But like we actually hung out of work. Like I knew their families, met their wives, husbands, little humans. So yeah, but I get what you're saying in terms of like, don't ask me no questions because we not cool like that. Like, don't ask me no questions because I'm not like you never really seemed interested in me in that way. And like you said, if I hear how you engage with other people, why wouldn't you do the same to me? Like what keeps me from being so special that you wouldn't run my name through the street or talk about me or whatever? Like you're I've listened to you talk about all these other people. And people don't really get that either. It's just like how I relate to you is based off of how I watched you engage with the world too. Like I'm not ever gonna think that you're gonna treat me special outside of how you've been treating people that you know more than me. Now you may treat me in the ways that are different because I'm me and I'm not gonna accept anything, What if I see that you just wishy washy and with everything else, then why wouldn't you be wishy washy with me? Why set myself up for failure? So it's like I'm not like you're gonna ask me a question, but I know you're not either you're not listening or you're listening for and nothing that you're listening for makes me want to tell you anyway. So I'm good.
I'm good. I'm so good. It's like it's creepy how good I am, actually. So no, you get
I got
it.
8.
I'm happy to hear it. I'm happy we finally got to. I'm happy we got that one because that one's a hard one. Not a hard one. That's one I've never heard defined. I've never heard someone say that because we're geniuses. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true though. Like and I also think about um how I think we've been conditioned to think that relationships are obligations and I'm
Mm,
obligated to you because I'm in this kind of relationship with you and it's like I'm not obligated to anything. I'm this is a choice. Like I am consistently choosing to engage with you and how I engage with you. It's not I'm not obligated to do not a motherfucking thing. And I think that sometimes when people get into certain relationships, they start thinking like you owe them or there's this way that you're supposed to be with them. And it's just like the only way that I'm supposed to be with you is the way that we say. If it's not
yeah.
in that, you can miss me.
I mean, you're gonna have to because I'm not gonna be there. I don't know where you go,
That
but I
part.
ain't gonna be there. You where you at, boo? I hope you figure it out. I hope you figure it out soon. I hope you figure it out soon. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's like I don't fucking know what to tell you, man. What? Stop it. Stop it. Um. Okay. Well, I think we thoroughly got our topic out. Oh, we didn't go. We didn't say anything about like what's coming up, what we're doing, how people can find us, and all that good stuff. I'll start. Hi, yeah, I'm Jeremy. I wrote a book, and I want you to buy it. And yeah, that's really the nitty and the gritty on that one. We are starting the inklings, the tiny little seedlings of a book tour, people. So be on the lookout for that. You can follow everything I do at jeremyateel.com. Slash unburden for the unburdened stuff, but just jeremyateel.com is a simple way to get a hold of me. If you are a social media girly, I am Jeremy Ateel on all platforms that are public facing. And yeah, if you see me in the streets, holler at me. I am down for collaboration. I will soon be putting out a request for places to do this book tour. So I'm gonna need suggestions for community spaces. I don't care, restaurants, bookstores. Hell, I'll do it in the park if I need to. I'll bring my own PA system. I'll do what I have to do to sell these damn books. You hear me? I got like 50 physical copies left, and there will be a digital option soon. So that's what I got going on. What about you, Fatima?
I love everything about it. Go get the book Unburdened. Me, you can join us at Loving Healing Work, my networks. You just go to my networks and look at Loving Healing Work. We have a online group where you can get your affirmations, your meditations, grounding experiences, and we meet twice a month. So it's a membership base, pay what you can. The point is to bring us all together to check in on ourselves and do it collectively, do some learning, some resetting, some resting, and doing it all in one space. So all of that is on Love and Healing Work, my network. You can find me on Linktree at my Love and Healing Work. You can Google Love and Healing Work, and I'm on every platform. I invite you to sign up for the newsletter and continue to subscribe and like the podcast and keep watching. You know, you can always hire Jeremy and I for consulting and just being really great and helping you be great too within your systems. So reach out to us, connect with us, and we are so thankful that you tuned in. And we will see you all or check you all out next time. Love.
Yeah. Bye. Go.